Hello, AAAE audience. My name is Lauren Stolman. I am a former master's student at The Ohio State University. I am now a 4-H Youth Development Extension educator at Nebraska Extension. Alongside me on this research journey is Dr. Annie Specht and Dr. Emily Buck in the College of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences at The Ohio State University. We are very excited to share this research with you today. Thank you for granting this opportunity to us. I also wanted to point out that you might see that I'm in a little bit of a different spot right now. I was inspired by our topic, Seeing is Believing, Applying Social Learning Theory to Agricultural Virtual Field Trips. What better place to present to you than in a barn? For years, physical field trips, have been used in the education system. It is a very unique, hands-on, interactive approach for youth to learn more about a given topic and to connect their classroom lessons with real-life examples. However, schools sometimes might face limited budgets, time, or resources, so virtual field trips have become an alternative to in-person field trips. Similarly to physical field trips, virtual field trips promote understanding of a professional field and explain the relevance of a career for students. It also allows students with disabilities to have a valuable experience alongside their able-bodied classmates. Agricultural literacy is defined as possessing knowledge and understanding of our food and fiber system. It is believed that an agricultural literate person feels comfortable making informed decisions about everyday occurrences that happen in their lives. As with all disciplines, we know that a literate person is considered to have lived in those experiences and are familiar with them. Bender's social learning theory is based on the idea that individuals are faced with situations every day. They observe actions or behaviors, form ideas on how they can perform new behaviors, and that later serves as a guide for future actions. Several researchers have studied the use of virtual field trips, but there is limited research about agriculture specific. So the purpose of this study was to examine virtual field trip communication artifacts for qualities that are related to the conceptual framework that was outlined above. We looked at the types of media that they are using, that Ohio agricultural organizations are using, as well as how they are incorporating principles of social learning theory into their communication artifacts. We took on this exploratory multi-case study to better understand how agricultural organizations are using virtual field trips to increase ag literacy among school children. These 4 organizations, Ohio Pork Council, American Dairy Association Mideast, Ohio Soybean, and U.S. Farmers and Ranchers, were chosen because there was a personal communication among them to reach out to the communications department there, as well as they were among the few that chose to include virtual field trips among their programs. To collect the data, we conducted focused interviews with staff members from the 4 agricultural organizations. They were about 45 minutes long, and the questions were concerning the design of the virtual field trip, their motivation for implementation, how often they did it, and other details about the field trip. We also examined artifacts that were available on agricultural organizations' website. This would include workbooks, lesson plans, activity materials, as well as if they had recorded their virtual field trips, they had archived them online. To analyze the data, we closely read and interpreted the artifacts that were available online, as well as open coded the interviews with the 4 organizations to reveal common themes. What we found is that all 4 organizations chose to use video because consumers trust real life video more than any other communication channel. With a combination of recorded videos and online supplementary materials, USFRA also used narrated 360 videos. This was an example from the Ohio Soybean Council. It's the first page of an activity obtained from the website. Virtual field trip programs from this site was not publicly available yet. They had only started a couple years prior, so they mostly had activities and resources of that nature on their website. USFRA, as I said, uses a farmer speaking to a moderator about their dairy operation, and it's done in 360 video. I would encourage you to go on your own. Today's farmer relies on to investigate this because you can click your cursor and move around as facts appear up on the screen. Ohio Pork Council chose to use a moderator, a host farmer, and participating teachers and classrooms all in this live experience. Welcome to a farmer would walk through their barn, show them what's going on maybe that day, best practices for how they operate, and then children have an opportunity to come up to the front of the classroom and ask questions, such as right here. The artifacts that we found on their websites to some degree were designed to follow social learning theory. Participants in this experience model real-life behaviors in the live or pre-recorded tours. They also have organizations that supplement virtual field trips with other informational sources, and they had materials that were archived for later viewing. We believe that virtual field trip programs offer organizations opportunities to improve agricultural literacy and share career opportunities in the field. We think that supplemental resources should continue to be a focus moving forward, that these organizations should work with educators to develop even more collaborative resources such as activities, virtual games, worksheets, puzzles that allow students to interact with not only the content, but each other. Teachers should continue to encourage more in-class interactions between the students and the virtual field trip participants and the moderators. More live Q and answer time. It grants more opportunity, not only, like we said, for the social learning theory, but increases the trust as well. And it's fun to see things like sows giving birth. Emerging video technologies should continue to bring virtual field trips to life. These 360 videos and virtual reality tours require more input, but enrich the virtual field trip experience entirely. We want to thank you for your time. We were very excited, like I said, to share this with you. Thank you for allowing me to do it in a barn. I hope you heard the cow moo a little while ago. Please feel free to reach out to us with any questions that you might have. We look forward to it. And again, thank you very much for the opportunity to share with you today. Be well.